Season Pass, sponsored by Kelly Grimsley Kia.
Hello and welcome to Season Pass. Thanks for staying up late with me. I'm your host, Ryan Reynolds. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Week 2 of the high school football season is in the books, and it all lived up to the hype. From bounce-back performances to upsets, Season Pass has you covered on all the action from around the Concho Valley. We'll also touch on high school volleyball as well as Angelo State athletics. So let's get right to it, starting with Central football. The Bobcats shot themselves in the foot in their 54-21 loss to Colleen Shoemaker to open the season. And here they are taking on Del Rio. Malachi Brown getting the scramble, but he's going to be taken down. But that's going to be led to a field goal attempt that's going to be missed from 42 yards out. First play of the second quarter, Chris Jackson takes the handoff and runs it in from 6 yards out. Central on the board first, 7-0 the score. Central's next drive, Brown with a nice pass to Christian Gabaldon in the end zone, and what a catch. Hangs on to the ball as he takes a hit. Bobcats go up 14-0, and Central, they get the bounce back win in dominant fashion. They down Del Rio 52-10. The Bobcats will be back in action this week against Cedar Park. Kickoff set for 7 p.m. at San Angelo Stadium. Lakeview looking to go 2-0 for the first time since 1997, taking on Fabens in El Paso. First quarter, and Lakeview strikes. Albert Rodriguez hands it to Bryce Medley, who pounds it in for 6. A rushing touchdown from Medley puts the Chiefs up 6-0 early. Fabens trying to get the ground game going. Jose Reyes with a tough run keeps his feet moving and almost takes out the ref. Watch out there. But Lakeview's defense was all over the Wildcats. The Chiefs played the option perfectly to shut down the play, and Lakeview shuts down Fabens. They take the win 27-7. High school football never stops in West Texas, and Week 2 saw a top 10 matchup as the Wall Hawks battled number 9 Cisco. The Hawks are number 6 coming in. First quarter, Lobos with the ball. Gibson Hearn tosses it back to Stanley Callahan, who drives straight down the middle and into the end zone. They would miss the extra point. Lobos up 6-0. Wall looking to respond. Mason Fuchs with a long pass, but is intercepted by Colton Sutton. Cisco gets the ball back. Second quarter, Hawks back with the ball. Fuchs pitches it to Kai Herbert, who takes it up the sideline, and this one is going to be 6 points. Wall goes for 2, but couldn't convert. Game tied at 6. The Hawks win a tough road game. They take it 20-13, the final score in that one. Miles taking on TLCA, a heartwarming moment to start the game. Trayton Stone, he's a senior at TLCA and battles a rare genetic disorder. He runs the first play with the Eagles, and he's in for 6. Such a great moment. He comes off the field to a round of applause. First quarter now, and Miles strikes first. Davian Martinez dissects his way through the Eagle defense, and he's in for the touchdown. Miles up 7-0. Ensuing possession for TLCA, Francisco Rodriguez back to pass, and he doesn't see Joel Garcia. He picks it off, and Miles now in good field position to go up by 2 scores in the second quarter. A few plays later, Martinez connects with Jose Mata on the huge gain, and then Martinez, he's going to scramble it in for the second touchdown of the game. Miles leads 14-0, and they spoil TLCA's homecoming. The Bulldogs win big 44-12. Last season, Cristobal won 28-6, trying to make it 2 games in a row against Grape Creek. After an interception by Grape Creek, Braden Wilcox takes the snap, goes all the way for the 36-yard touchdown. Cristobal leads 6-0 after a failed 2-point conversion. Just minutes later, the Cougars in striking distance again. Wilcox hands it off to Josh Fava. He stretches out to the right and dives for the pylon. A touchdown for him and the Cougars. They lead 12-0 after another failed 2-point conversion. Still in the first, the Cougars defense recovered a fumble in the end zone. Wilcox finds Bo Jolly in the flats. The stiff arm, he's gone. Cristobal out to a 27-0 lead at the end of the first quarter, and the Cougars cruise to victory, 47-0 the final. Cristobal will face Van Horn on Friday, while Grape Creek will host Rock Springs. Kickoff for both games set for 7:30 p.m. Some good high school football action. Central, Lakeview, Wall, Miles, and Cristobal all pick up wins on Friday. When we come back, we'll wrap up Friday's action with Ozona and some 6-man football. Don't go away. Season Pass will be right back.
Traditional or alternative, formal or informal viewing, burial, graveside, cremation, casket, overwhelmed When it's time to mourn the loss of a family member, there are a number of things that keep you from focusing on grieving. Schaefer Funeral Homes helps you take care of everything in a way that will help you focus on what is important, your family. Schaefer Funeral Homes takes care of you so you can take care of them. Schaefer Funeral Homes, serving Concho Valley families for over 30 years.
Hey, Alicia, who has the absolute best prices on new or used cars in all of West Texas?
That would be Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
Right now, get a brand new 2019 Nissan Titan Crew Cab 4x4 SV. Just $33,912.
Shop 24/7 at bassbutts.com. Hey, Alicia, do you think I'm cute?
I would rather not answer that question.
Well, I originally got into sportscasting because there's just so many stories outside of the sidelines that I feel like people should know, being able to tell the stories of athletes. I'm Ryan Reynolds, Weekend Sports Anchor, and you're watching KLST, local news first.
Millions open a My Social Security account every year so they can prepare for retirement. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Sonic's got all my fair faves.
Cheddar peppers, 99-cent corn dogs, Oreo a la mode. I love the fair. All the prizes you can win.
Totally. Did you win all those?
Winning's for suckers. I bought these.
Hurry in. Fair faves start at 99 cents and order ahead for happy hour anytime.
Welcome back to Season Pass. When we went out to Ozona for 2 days, it was midnight. The clock struck 12:01, and the Lions were on the field preparing for the 2019 season. Well, Ozona dropped its first game 33-13 to Sonora last week, and they look to rebound on Friday against Ira Ann. Let's see if those midnight practices paid off. Ozona taking on Ira Ann, and the Lions floored the gas and didn't let off. Ozona with a huge touchdown run to start the game. Look at him go. And then a couple possessions later, take a look at this. Almost exactly identical to the first touchdown. Ozona, the Lions are on the loose and running laps to the end zone out there. Down the sideline, a touchdown again. And then the next play, here's a passing one. Ozona with a little dump off, and the Lions bulldoze their way for another 6 points. Ozona, they take it 65-0, the final score. Lions will host Reagan County on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Game 2 and 6-man for the Hornets, hosting Paint Rock. First quarter. Paint Rock trailing by 24. Derek Plumley takes matters into his own hands. Once he gets into the second level, he's gone. It's 24-6. Plumley trying to spark an Indian rally. Paint Rock trying to fight back. I applaud the heart of this football team for sure, but Erie and County would not be phased. Trevin Koffel finds Osceola Garcia, who makes his way in for 6, finishes the run with a Heisman stiff arm. Check that out. Heisman pose into the end zone for 6. And then Hornets still not done. Trevin Koffel looking, but after pressure decides scoring looks fun. He won 6 of his own. Erie and County, they steamroll Paint Rock 60-14, the final score. Water Valley at Berry Best, both coming off impressive wins last week, looking to start the season 2-0 first quarter. No score. Falcons driving. Connor Barnes passes it to Chance Rubel, and he goes in untouched for the first score of the game. Falcons lead 8-0. Later in the quarter, Water Valley's Gunnar McCoy, he's going to keep it, and he's going to push his way into the end zone. An impressive run. Touchdown Wildcats. PAT would get blocked. 8-6, Very Best still on top. McCoy off to a good start this season. The Falcons extend their lead. Barnes with a great pass to Bo Dunn, and what a catch. Falcons up 16-6. The Wildcats next drive. McCoy takes the pitch, runs it up the sideline, pushes his defender right at our cameraman. Look out. And he goes to the house. 16-12, Very Best. But Water Valley started to click on a whole new level. They steamroll Very Best 72-20. Robert Lee at home taking on the Sidney Eagles. The Steers trying to bounce back after last week's loss to Water Valley first quarter. Sidney leads 6-0. Trick play by Robert Lee fools everyone, including our own cameraman. Lane Fowler knows where to go, and that's to the end zone. Robert Lee ties the game at 6. Next Sidney possession, Mike Linke nearly brought down, but he just gets it to Jason Kennard. He does the rest, takes it to the house. Sidney leads 14-6 after the extra point, and this was a close one. Steers hanging on in there. Robert Lee trying to tie it up again. Lane Fowler found the end zone once. He uses the spin cycle to find his way in again. Robert Lee would miss the extra point. They pull within 2, and Robert Lee gets the win 34-20. The Steelers will take on Santa Ana on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Our 6-man game of the week features 2 teams with a history. Highland and Blackwell, they've met 62 times, and on Friday, they met again for the 63rd. Blackwell's gotten the best of Highland the past 2 seasons, but Highland holds the all-time series lead with a 37-23-2 record. It's the Hornets against the Hornets. Blackwell came into the game moving up a spot to number 8th overall in the 1A Division I district. We pick it up in the second quarter. Blackwell up 8-6. Michael Lowry throws it to Devin Cloyer. He makes his way into the end zone. Blackwell leads 16-6. Still in the second quarter, Lowry scrambles around, takes it to the end zone himself for the touchdown. Blackwell leads 22-6. Highland, right before the half, Sam Spalding throws it to Dylan Jeffrey for the touchdown. That cut the Blackwell lead to 22-14. Blackwell takes this one 30-16. Of high school football in the books. Coming up on Season Pass, we hit the hardwood for high school volleyball. We'll serve up all the highlights after the break. Don't touch that remote.
What makes DQ the best treats and eats in Texas? It's the only place you can get $5.49 chicken fried deals. Our classic chicken fried steak recipe stays true to Texas. And right now, just $5.49 gets you the dude sandwich with crispy DQ fries, or the steak finger country basket with Texas toast and cream gravy. For home-style Texas eats and treats, nobody tops DQ. DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
Hello, I'm Phil Sanders, and I'm the speaker on In Search of the Lord's Way. I'm here each week with a Bible-based message relevant to these troubling times. We're here through the generous support of several churches of Christ in this area, and they'd love to have you visit them and attend their Bible classes and worship assemblies. Please, won't you join us this week?
Join Phil Sanders in Search of the Lord's Way.
It's back to school and a great time for a new look. And right now at Vision Values, get free polycarbonate lenses with the purchase of a new set of frames. We all know that accidents happen, and when they do, Vision Values is here to help. Vision Values in the Commons Shopping Center.
Hey, Alicia, who has the best selection of new and used vehicles in all of West Texas?
Jim Bass Cars and Trucks with over 1,000 new and used vehicles to choose from.
Right now, get a brand new 2019 Nissan Titan XD Pro 4X with a Cummins diesel. Just $44,999.
Shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Alicia, do you think I have a face for TV?
Radio may be an option to consider.
So you can't save money? That's easy as pie. Drink from the tap. A $3 bottle of water a day times 10 years times 6% interest is over 14,000 clams. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feedthepig.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Season Pass. Last week, schools had an extended weekend because of Labor Day, and high school volleyball action returned on Tuesday with a handful of games. We'll start off at Lakeview, where the Maidens hosted Monahans. Let's head over to Ben, Norton, Jim, shall we? Lakeview taking on the Monahans Lady Lobos. First set, Monahans came out swinging. Alyssa Fuentes sets it for Taryn Griner, and she gets the kill, showing off that strength. Set tied at 2. Still first set, and Kinley Jackson has some tricks up her sleeve. She fools the Lady Lobos and drops a ball in their territory for a point. Maidens trail 18-8. Set point for Monahans, and Tegan Gibson draws from her deck of cards an ace. Lady Lobos take the first set 25-15. Second set now, and this one was closer. Set tied at 2, and Jackson smashes one over the net. Maidens lead 3-2, but Lakeview, they couldn't get anything going. They fall to Monahans in straight sets, 15-25, 25-17, 11-25. Now down the road to TLCA, where the Lady Eagles hosted McCamey. First set, Lady Eagles up. Bucks sets up Kirkland for the kill. McCamey can't handle it. That'll set up a set point for TLCA. It's a little tongue twister there. For TLCA, takes the set. Let's jump forward to early in the second set. We're going to switch it up. Kirkland sets up Bucks for the kill, 7-5. TLCA leads in the second set point. Bucks again to Kirkland. They have a connection like peanut butter and jelly. She finishes the kill and the set. TLCA wins in straight sets. Taking a look at some other action on Tuesday, the Central Lady Cats dropped a road game to Abilene Wiley in straight sets. They'll host Midland on Tuesday at 6 p.m. The Wall Lady Hawks also lost in straight sets on Tuesday to Midland Christian. Wall will host Sweetwater on Tuesday. First serve set for 6 p.m. Lakeview was in action on Friday. They took on Abilene Wiley and Lubbock High, and they lost both in straight sets. The Maiden will travel to Grape Creek on Tuesday, looking to snap a losing streak. First serve set for 6 o'clock. Next on Season Pass, we'll take a look around Angelo State Athletics and recap the weekend for the Rams and the Bells. Stay with us.
Man, I wish we had some... And rich, delicious Dr. Pepper.
Cool robot.
Thanks, but actually he's a cooler from the future.
Wow.
Don't touch. He's very cold. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I'm full of gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Hi, I'm Will with All About Signs. If you need expert advice and signs from banners to backlit, give us a call, 949-7168, or come see us at our new location.
Hey, Alicia, who has the absolute best prices on newer used cars in all of West Texas?
That would be Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
Right now, get a brand new 2019 Nissan Titan Crew Cab 4x4 SV. Just $33,912.
Shop 24/7 at bassbutts.com.
Hey, Alicia, do you think I'm cute?
I would rather not answer that question.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows? Maybe life is looking for us, too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Man, I wish we had some... And rich, delicious Dr. Pepper.
Cool robot.
Thanks, but actually he's a cooler from the future.
Wow.
Don't touch. He's very cold. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Welcome back to Season Pass. The 2019 season starts off with a bang. No more hype needed. The Rams came out ready to play on Thursday, so let's head out to LeGrand Stadium and check out all the fun. The game ball was delivered by helicopter, courtesy of Shannon Medical. Such a cool sight to see. Angelo State head coach Jeff Gersh ready to start his first full season as head coach. Skipped to the second quarter, ASU up 10-7. Payne Sullins passed to Lawson Ayo, and what a catch right here. Tiptoe the lemon tree, sir. Yes, that's a touchdown. Rams go up 17-7. Later in the quarter, Lloyd Howard takes the handoff, and he's going to cut right up the middle. Goes 18 yards to the house. Rams extend their lead to 24-7. Remember, these two teams played each other close in last year's opener, a different script in 2019, and they kept it rolling in the third. Sullins hands it off to Tony Jones, and he runs it in from 4 yards out. ASU up 31-7. The Rams led 45-7 at the beginning of the fourth. They would go on to win this one, 45-20. Here's head coach Jeff Gersh after the game.
It feels great. I'm so proud of these guys. I'm proud of the staff. You know, they work so hard, and these kids prepared and worked so hard. You know, we asked them to change the philosophy, the culture, all the stuff that we were doing here to focus on the win and win now type of atmosphere, and these guys bought into it, and I'm very proud of them. Well, you know, it shows that this team's for real. I mean, this team can play, but we made a lot of mistakes tonight. You know, we did a lot of things that were great, and I'll never apologize for a win, how good or bad it looks. If it's a 2-0 win or 199, I'm going to take it, right?
Angelo State Volleyball started their season on Friday at the Kathleen Brassfield Invitational, and this time the games count. The Bells feeling good, taking on Southeast Oklahoma State. First set, Bells up big. Lindsay Ledyard sets up Sandara Chin for the monster kill. 22-6, Bells lead. She would get the set point kill a few plays later. Bells win the second set. as well to the third set. Local product Kinsey Jordan with the serve, and the Bells show off the effort play. Bailey Drum goes into the seats to keep it alive, and it's capped off by a huge block by Tulaney Titley for the point. ASU would lose the third set. However, fourth set, match point. Lindsay Ledyard sets up Mackenzie Griffin for the kill. The Bells knock off Southeast Oklahoma State 3-1. The Bells then played game number 2 on Friday against New Mexico Highlands University. And just like the outcome of the first one, Angelo State came out to play. The Bells down the Cowgirls in straight sets. Some key stats from the 2 games on Friday. Sandara Chin finished with 19 kills and 6 blocks. Megan Parker tallied 24 assists and 5 aces. And Haley Coulter registered 24 digs and 6 aces. Which brings us to Saturday's action. The Bells taking on Fort Lewis College. ASU won the first set 25-15. Second set tied at 15. Chloe Robinson hits it over the net, bounces off a Skyhawk blocker, and falls into their territory. ASU, they take a 1-point lead. It was back and forth until set point for Fort Lewis. Kaylin Galbraith with a little too much heat on that one. It goes out of bounds. The Skyhawks win the second set. Third set now, Sandara Chin, watch out for her, a monster kill to give ASU a 13-8 lead. Later in the set, Gilbreth with a huge play that bounces off a Skyhawk defender and out. Bells are fired up. They lead by 6 and would win set 3, 25-17. ASU goes on to win the fourth set as well, 25-15, and take the match 3-1. A lot of numbers right there. Game 2 on Saturday. Angelo State trying to start the season 4-0 and sweep their own invite, taking on Northwestern Oklahoma State. ASU won the first set. Mackenzie Griffin crushes that ball for a point. ASU wins the second set, 25-13. Third set, it's close. ASU up by 1. Katie Honeycutt tries to tie it for the Rangers, but Haley Coulter denies her, taps it over the net. Bells up 12-10. Later in the set, Lindsay Ledyard with a great dive to keep the ball in play, sets up Bailey Drum to finish it off for a big kill. ASU leads 22-15. They would win the third set 25-15 and sweep Northwestern Oklahoma State. Angelo State sweeps the invite, and they've won 4 in a row to start the season. Angelo State football and volleyball were the only programs to start their seasons last week. The Bells soccer team also took the pitch for their first match of the season on Friday. ASU battled Fort Lewis College. You see that final score right there. The Bells take the season opener 3-0. Trinidad Scott, who led the Lone Star Conference in goals last season, picked up right where she left off with the goal in the 11th minute, and Valerie Solis put the icing on the cake with 2 goals of her own, 1 in the 32nd and 1 in the 33rd. So the Bells pick up the shutout on Friday. They're in action today against New Mexico Highlands, and the perfection in the net continues. ASU dominated the Cowgirls 6-0, the final score of that one. Valerie Solis netted 2 goals, while Gabby Villagrand, Madison Stokes, Emily Kigu, and Reagan Urbany also found the back of the net. Angelo State will be back in action on Friday for their first home game of the season. That match against Reagan County set to start at 7 p.m.